Hello everyone, how are you? So today I'm doing a Q&A. You know that on my channel I hate doing boring Q&As. So I asked for some interesting questions on my Instagram and I got heaps, and I was meant to film this ages ago. I said I'm filming a Q&A today on the 20th of February. It is now the 2nd of March, it's fine. Anyway, I'm gonna be answering some questions. Let's do it. I feel like today I'm just having one of those days. So I just need to like pump myself up. First question is, did you ever find any of your teachers super attractive while you're in school? There was this one teacher and he was a substitute teacher and everybody loved him, but I couldn't get past the fact that he had the stinkiest breath that I have ever smelt in my entire life. When I first saw him standing up at the front of the classroom, I was like, yeah, he's pretty cute. And then he came over and like helped me with a question. I was like, what the fuck? So no. What has been the worst fight you've had with Kerry? When Kerry and I were in high school, we actually broke up. So that obviously has to be the worst fight because we literally like actually broke up. Yeah, it was kind of a shitty time. I was so devastated. I broke up with him and I was so devastated by it. We lived really close together, and the day that I broke up with him, it was like my friend's birthday. I went to her house. I was on the train and my friend had just ended things with like her boyfriend and they got back together as well. But we were both on the train on the way to our friend's house and we were just bawling our eyes out together. What's the worst fan experience you've ever had? Okay. So many. Because I am the most awkward bitch. Like, I actually feel like I've lost subscribers because they've met me and been like, this bitch is so fucking weird. I don't know what it is. I'm very, very awkward when it comes to talking to people. So people come and say hi to me, which I love. Like, seriously, come say hi to me if you don't mind that I'm like really fucking awkward. People will come say hi to me. I will say something totally random and then I'll just be in my head like, why did I say that? What was I thinking? And then they'll just stand there and be like, what the fuck did she just say? And I walk away and I just regret that for like the next 3 weeks. Why did I say that? Have you ever been taken off a brand's PR list? I have, but not because of something I did. Like, I don't know. I got taken off the Anastasia Beverly Hills PR list and the ColourPop PR list. And it was just random. It's just like one day I just stopped receiving their PR. I don't know. I don't mind. Like, I still will buy their stuff. Like, I did this eyeshadow look using the Prism palette. I totally don't mind. I'm pretty sure Anastasia Beverly Hills like took heaps of people off their PR list. I'm not sure, but it's whatever. What's your least favorite thing about being a YouTuber? Okay, I hate stupid comments. Not hate comments are fine, but like dumb comments. And I hate when people make like stories about me, like speculations about me that are just totally untrue, and like they totally act like they know my life. It's really weird. Oh, and the other thing is that I hate about being a YouTuber is that people literally try and use you because you have followers. Like, people will try and be friends with you and people will try and use you for followers, which I just think is the most insane thing. Like, why? Like, it confuses me. I would never want to be friends with someone just because they have followers, because what even is that? Like, it's a number on the internet and you're trying to use me because of that, and you're trying to be friends with me and for your own gain because of that. Like, it's just the weirdest thing, and I hate that so much, and I hate that there are so many people that do that. I have such a small group of friends because I literally just don't feel like I can trust people, because I've had so many bad experiences with people trying to use me because I have a following. And it just confuses the shit out of me. Like, I just don't know why people care. What's the most embarrassing / awkward thing that's happened to you during sex? Not only has my mum walked in on us one time, we weren't having sex, and we weren't doing anything at the time, but our pants were down. And then another time, Carrie's youngest sister walked in on us. Luckily, when she walked in on us, we had like a blanket over us, but yeah, that was really awkward. So did you and Carrie smoke weed while you were in Amsterdam? I watched the Amsterdam vlog and I really want to know. Yeah, we did smoke weed when we were in Amsterdam. I feel like, you know, you've gotta, you know what I mean? I have the worst experience with weed, which is why I don't smoke. I probably wouldn't smoke it even if it wasn't for the bad experience, but like I just can't do weed. But I felt like, you know, I'm in Amsterdam. When in Amsterdam, I didn't try space cake, which is what everyone was suggesting, because I heard that they like take a while to kick in and then they hit you all at once, and I know that I would have just gotten so much anxiety from that. And also, we didn't have any at a coffee shop. We bought it at a coffee shop and took it back to the apartment because I know that being like in a crowded place like that, I would have gotten really, really bad anxiety. I think I did it twice when we were in Amsterdam. We were there for 4 nights. I did it twice, but I didn't vlog while I was high. Have you met any YouTubers that were completely different in person to how they are on camera? Yes, honey, I have. We were hanging out and it was so weird because I watched the vlog where I was hanging out with them. They included something in the vlog that like didn't actually happen. They like said that they were going to do something, then didn't do it. There was also another part in this vlog where they like edited something really big out to make themselves seem like good. I don't know how to explain it, but it was really weird. And just under that, I also have another question, which is, have you met any YouTubers that were rude in person? And yeah, I have. And I don't want to name any names of these people because I do think that sometimes people have bad days. I don't know, I want to give people the benefit of the doubt, and I don't want people to think that they're horrible people. The time that I met this person that was rude to me, I also don't want to name names. I don't know what they were going through. They could have been having a really bad night. There's a whole bunch of factors, so I definitely don't want to put anyone on the spot. So I'm sorry for being annoying and not naming names, but I just don't think that that's the way I want to go about things. But I was at an event in LA, and I met somebody who was friends with my friend, and we went up and spoke to them. They were super duper lovely. We had a conversation. Really nice, big YouTuber in LA. And then later in the night, obviously we had spoken and been nice. They were nice to me. I thought everything was cool. So when I saw them and we made eye contact, obviously I was gonna like smile at them because it would be rude not to. And then I smiled at them, and then they went like this. They were like, and I was like, oh my God, I don't know. Like, I just wanted to sink into the ground. I felt so uncomfortable. I can't even do the look right, but it was so incredibly bitchy. I was like, I don't know if I'm misinterpreting this, or they're having a bad night. Maybe something shitty just happened. Maybe they just don't like me. Maybe they've seen my videos and thought that I was a total piece of shit. Do you ever pick your nose and then wipe your boogers on the object next to you? Oh my God. So I don't. And I actually like hate picking my nose, but I used to pick my nose, and when I did, I didn't know what to do with it, so I would flick it. And there would just be all these like dry boogers on the wall. It's fucking gross, I know. And I think because of that, that's why I like find nose picking so horribly disgusting. Did your parents ever find out about you deferring uni? My mum actually watches every single one of my videos. So after I uploaded that, my mum texts me and goes, "What? You deferred from uni?" I was like, yep, sorry. What is the most mortifying thing that happened to you in school? So one time I was in English class. There was some really, like, I went to a really horrible high school, and there were a lot of really horrible girls there. And I was in English class, and I was sitting like in the middle row. So we had like 3 rows on one side and 3 rows on the other side. I was in the middle, and there were some of these really, really, really horrible girls were sitting in the row behind me. And I needed to fart, and I thought that it was gonna be silent. So I farted, and it was so loud, and they were all behind me, and it smelled so bad, and I actually wanted to I just wanted to be swallowed up by the ground. It was horrible. So the next question that I have is, do you have any plastic surgery or Botox? What are your thoughts on plastic surgery and Botox? And if you don't have any, what would you get done? So I do not have anything. My whole body, 100% of me is totally natural. I don't have any Botox, I don't have any filler, I don't have any plastic surgery at all. So many people like accuse me of having heaps of Botox, which people accuse me of having my lips done, which I don't. I got my lips done like 2 years ago. For some reason they dissolved really quickly. They dissolved within like 6 months, but I'm really glad that they did because I hated them. I regretted them so bad. I just didn't think they suited my face at all. But I still get comments saying I look stupid and I look like I've overdone the lip filler, and my bottom lip is drooping, but these are my natural lips. So if my bottom lip is drooping, that's just because I got a droopy bottom lip. I don't have any lip filler. In saying that, I'm totally not against plastic surgery. Like, if you want plastic surgery, do you. It's your body. If you have the money for it, if you want it, go for it. Like, do you. But in saying that, I don't think that you should get it because other people have it. Like, I don't think you should get it because the girls on Instagram have big boobs and a big butt and a flat stomach and big lips. You don't need that. You can be beautiful in your own way. You don't need to be beautiful like them. No one can judge you. No one can tell you what to do. It's your body. And if I could get any plastic surgery, I would get a boob job because I've wanted one ever since I was in grade 9 and still developing. But I've just never like had the guts to take the plunge. So, oh, and I want under eye filler so bad. But I've heard horror stories, so I'm scared to get that as well. Has anyone ever tried to be your friend that was mean to you or that you've had a falling out with since you've become successful on YouTube? Yeah, it's so funny. This girl that was a total bitch to me in school. This has happened multiple times. Like, I've had girls that were bitches to me in school message me on Facebook and try and start conversations with me. I've had girls come and see me at the clubs and she came up to me and gave me this massive hug and was like, I've missed you so much. And I was just thinking, I don't know why you're pretending we were good friends, because we weren't. There was this other girl that came up to me and she was like, comes up to me, she goes, Bella, I know we didn't get along in high school. She was in my homeroom and she fully like would isolate me in homeroom and spread so many rumors about me, talk so much shit about me. She comes up to me and she goes, Bella, I know we didn't get along well in high school, but I just want to tell you, you do good things. And then she said that to me about 10 times, just kept saying, yeah, I just wanted to tell you that you do good things. And like went on my phone and unblocked herself and followed herself. And then like wouldn't leave me alone. I kept like turning my back to her and like talking to my friends, but she would just stay there and then like tap me on the back and like try and have a conversation with me. And then as soon as I got home, I blocked her again. I told my friend about it and my friend was like, Bella, no, like you need to block her again. You remember how that was in high school? Like, no. And I was like, don't worry, I'm on it, I've already blocked her. Like, I totally know I was the one that went through all that shit and I'm not gonna let it happen again. And in saying that, I really want to say that I really hope I don't sound cocky or at myself or like I think I'm a big deal, because I really don't think I'm a big deal at all. Like, I'm not a big deal. I don't think that followers put me up on a pedestal. I don't think that I'm better than anyone. What's one of the hardest things that you've had to go through so far? So that would definitely be losing my dog Sophie. I don't know if a lot of you guys know about Sophie, but my Instagram display picture is of me and Sophie. She was my best friend in the entire world. She was like my childhood dog. We got her when I was really young, and she went through everything with me. She was obsessed with me. She was like my dog. Everyone knew she was my dog. She would always be on my lap if I was home. She would sleep with me at night. If I was in a room, she would be in that room. If I left the room, she would leave with me. I took her everywhere with me when I left the house, and like when I would go and get food, because I didn't have a car, I would walk to go get food and I would always take her with me. She was like this tiny little 3-kilo dog. She was a silky terrier cross Maltese. She just couldn't deal with the 15-minute walk there and then the 15-minute walk back. So on the way home, halfway through, she would just stop and she just wouldn't walk. So I would have to carry my food, my drink, my keys, my phone and my wallet and my dog. And even though she was only 3 kilos, like that gets really heavy. And I lived on a hill and I had to drive, like walk up the hill with her, but I would still take her every single time with me. She unfortunately passed away when she was 10 years old. She got hit by a car in a storm. And I just can't imagine how scared she would have been, because she hated storms. I distinctly remember it was like the worst storm. I could drive at this point and I had never like been scared to drive, except I was at this time. And I had just dropped Carrie off at work and I was on my way home. And I remember I lived on a really tall hill at the time and I was down the bottom of the hill And when I was at the bottom of the hill, like going up my street, I saw like a car pull over, and I get to the top of the hill and I see this little dog on the side of the road. The person who pulled their car over was there, and they came and they knocked on the window of my car. Immediately, as soon as they knocked on the window of my car, I just knew. I knew immediately what had happened. And I just started, I don't know if you've ever been, I mean, you guys have probably felt the pain if you've ever lost a pet, but I was literally screaming, crying. Like, I have never felt that much pain in my entire life. He was like, "Is this your dog?" And I just couldn't even respond to him. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't say anything. I was just screaming. And I was just sitting there in the rain. And I'm really scared of death, so I couldn't even touch her. Yeah, I couldn't even touch her at all. He said, "I'm gonna get her out of the rain. I'm gonna put her in your car." He put her in my car so that she was out of the rain. And I went inside. My dad thought something terrible had happened to me because I was just screaming. I was just screaming his name. So we drove her to the vet, who confirmed that she had passed away. Having dogs is the most joy, the happiest thing ever, but at the same time, it is the most like heartbreaking thing. Like, you will never feel more pain in your life than when you lose an animal. Have you ever had to deal with anxiety or depression, and do you have any advice for someone who is dealing with it currently? I don't think I've ever spoken about this on my channel because I think it's really important not to misdiagnose or get any misinformation. I think it's also important to note before I talk about this that you can feel anxious, you can feel nervous, and you can feel shy without having anxiety. But I have really, really bad anxiety. I used to have depression. I don't have depression, but I did back in high school. And I've actually been diagnosed with anxiety. I had to go to a therapist about it for a while. I literally cannot leave my house. I can't do anything alone because I can't deal with it. I can't go to Woolworths. I can't do the grocery shopping alone. I can't go and get a hot chocolate by myself. I need someone to be there, whether it's my parents, whether it's Kerry, or whether it's a friend. I even have a hard time walking Mia by myself, and I really have to push myself to leave my house alone and walk Mia. Thank God for Uber Eats, because if we don't have food at home, I can't go to the shops and get food, and I can't go and get lunch myself. I am also very claustrophobic as well, which gives me insane panic attacks. I have the worst claustrophobia. Like, it's actually a joke. I had a panic attack inside a Zorb, like a Zorb ball. I even get it on planes. Sometimes, also with my anxiety, I will wake up with this feeling in the pit of my stomach. So if you've ever had your stomach drop because you've got bad news or because you feel super guilty about something, I get that, but I haven't done anything, and I will have that feeling in my gut, in my chest, for literally like 1 to 2 weeks. Like, it will just stay there, and every day I will feel like I've done something wrong or like I'm guilty. If we're out, I will literally have to leave sometimes because I will get really bad anxiety about something that's happened. So yeah, it gets pretty annoying. Honestly, I would just say take things one step at a time. I give myself the goal to walk Mia every day, to leave my house, even if I feel like I can't, to at least walk my dog. I actually think that that is where I am going to leave this Q&A. So I really, really hope that you guys enjoyed. If you did, please make sure to give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and hopefully I will see you in my next video. Bye!